Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. I was surprised by a tweet from Matt Cardona saying that the Vladimir Superfan documentary was up on Peacock. I went out of my way to watch that today. Documentary was about an hour. I can honestly tell you that it's not groundbreaking. There's not any like earth-shaking news in there about anything. It's very good. But honestly, I'll tell you, it could have been 15 minutes and had about the same amount of information in there that they squeezed out in the entire hour. Vladimir is an awesome story, and something that you can really look at. I know that at, how old am I? 42 years old. There's been points in my life when I'm just like, man, I'm just too old to be a wrestling fan anymore. I can't be doing this. I mean, I look at my wall of DVDs behind me that I still have, figures, pops, and just like, I gotta grow up. I can't keep doing this. And Vladimir, I don't know where he lives in his house that looks like an apartment, and it's almost like he has a WWF Hall of Fame basically in his closet of collectibles that he's bought, and been given throughout the years, from, ring-worn t-shirts to figures and all kinds of things. And it's just like, man, wrestling means so much to this guy that he still has all this stuff. And I've talked about, going to WrestleMania and these wrestling trips that I've gone on. It is somewhere that you can go to, and basically anywhere you go, whether if you're waiting in line at an indie show, you're waiting in line in Access or a WrestleCon, you're in your seats at WrestleMania, you should be able to look at anybody in that arena, anybody in that place that you're at, and be able to have a conversation. All of us are wrestling fans. That's why we're here. That's why we do this. And it's a place where you honestly can be normal. I'm at a point now where I think in 2023, I honestly think that, wrestling fandom might be fading a little bit. It seems like it's not really pop culture like it once was, even like 2-3 years ago. I don't know if maybe that was something that like COVID killed it with no shows and no crowds, but sometimes you look out there and they're bigger and better than ever. I can tell you that honestly, SmackDown here in Sacramento, I wasn't able to attend because of softball, but it was a true 100% sellout. I can't remember WWE having a true sellout in Sacramento for a non-pay-per-view, for a Raw or a SmackDown to sell out. That's huge, especially in the newer Golden One. I can remember back in the days of Arco Arena having to close off the top deck and not be able to have everybody there because it just wasn't a ticket everybody wanted to get. But Vladimir, a fan, he went to 35 WrestleManias. A part of the story was during the year the world was shut down, he lost his mom due to COVID, and because of the fact he didn't really have anything else in his life, he tried to commit suicide 3 times. He was able to find his way through that, and he was saying that he was going out and he was getting help, via like therapy and things like that. But he knew that like WrestleMania, going to his show was what he needed to pull himself through. And the day that WrestleMania 37 tickets went on sale, he bought those to go to Tampa, and he felt like his life was complete. Yet once he was there, it seemed like he got like A+ treatment from WWE. They knew he was coming. It almost seemed like they brought him there, but to make this documentary. But he got to meet Shawn Michaels, Jeff Jarrett, X-Pac, Scott Hall, Stephanie, as well as Triple H. Was probably like the cream of the crop, where they presented him with a plaque for being a super fan. Really, really good. I would honestly tell you, anybody who's a wrestling fan, anybody who's considers themselves close to a super fan, who's wondered, why we make YouTube videos, why we go on trips, why we want to see a wrestling show on the other side of the United States. This is something that you want to see. It's going to make you feel normal, and, I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. Why we had to wait for it for 2 years, I don't know if WWE was trying to sell it to A&E or anything like that, but, hey, we got to see it today. Good stuff.